Hello, welcome to our how-to series. I'm Tim from Eat Media.
And I'm Inika from Ambition Social.
So today, in tip 27, we're talking about how to save time when posting to social media. Posting is insanely time-consuming. We've all experienced that.
It really is, and we're all really, really busy these days.
This is true,
Yeah.
juggling a lot of things. And it's hard to find the time. It's also very difficult to work out what to post. And that's not even including then the time to creating the content, whether it's a video, photo, whatever it may be for your business. So we're stuck on that hamster wheel. We've talked about this social media hamster wheel that we're constantly spinning on. Can you help us through that?
Absolutely. So today I've got 3 time-saving hacks that make a huge difference for me personally when it comes to posting to social media.
Let's hear them.
Yeah, so I thought I'll share it with all of you because one of the most common complaints I hear from my clients is that I don't have the time. Mm-hmm. So how can we make this process? We know we're on the hamster wheel, we have to post and we have to post consistently. Mm-hmm. How can we get some of that precious time back?
Yep. So hack number 1.
So hack number 1 is probably... So this is a particularly good one if you've got a team of people and you've appointed a staff member to post to your social media because it serves multiple functions. But that's social media scheduling software. Have you heard of that before?
Yes.
Have you ever used it?
In the past. So Eat Media of old was a social media management business that then became a content creation business.
Yeah.
And so in a way, I think I'm almost scarred from the scheduling.
What did you use? What program did you use?
We used, back then, I reckon it was Latergram.
Yep, Later
around?
still exists. It's known as Later.
Later, with an 8 probably?
No, but that's a good one. No, just Later.
Okay.
Yeah, when we were managing social media all around the country, we were using Sprout Social.
Yep.
Yeah, so we know what this social media scheduling software is.
And it pays off, doesn't it?
It really
even if I'm a
does.
bit scarred from it.
Yeah.
So snap out of it, Timbo.
Why are you scarred from it?
Just didn't like it.
Yeah, I kind of understand because when you put managing a lot of accounts, it becomes a bit like a prison that you have to keep on posting to. But if you're managing one account or just one business worth of accounts, it makes such a difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so scheduling. Do you have any recommendations? So there was Later, Sprout Social you've used.
Sprout Social, yeah. So what I'll do is I'll share my favourites in order of preference, and I'll explain why they're in order of preference.
Yep.
But just for those of you who maybe haven't picked up on this, the idea of social media scheduling software is that you connect your social media accounts to the software, and then you might want, you can map out a month's worth of Instagram posts and pre-schedule them into the software so that they go live to Instagram on the designated days.
Nice.
So you don't have to pull out Instagram on your day and post to Instagram. It's all pre-programmed in there.
A bit more set and forget.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
You can consolidate that time working on your social media. So this is my window. I'm going to get all my future posts organised, and then you can just neglect it.
Exactly, because when you're in the mindset of it, it's so much easier than if you have to stop what you're doing, especially if you're a busy business owner, and then try and get in the mode to create content. So and the other key thing with the social media scheduling software is you can book in time to do those posts when you know that you're not going to be interrupted.
Yeah.
If there is such a time.
You can create that time, I'm sure.
You can create that time. You can make that time.
You can. And it's all about that focus window, isn't it? I find things are so much easier when I can just focus on the job. So, and particularly if it's something I know I don't like doing, like scheduling.
Yeah.
Even better to be focused during that time, because if you don't like it and a distraction pops up, away you go.
Exactly. Yep. So how do we stay committed and save that time?
Yeah.
So my number one most favourite social media scheduling solution is Sched Social, Australian brand. I think they're based in Melbourne.
Yep.
A number of my clients use Sched, and I actually jump into their Sched accounts and approve the post before they go live.
Yep.
So it's a great collaboration tool. It depends on how you look at it. It's a lot cheaper than Sprout Social. Sprout Social, you'll fall over when you see the pricing, but Sprout is a very high-end, very polished tool.
Yeah.
But Sked is about 90 AUD per month, so it's not too bad. And especially if like social media is really important to your business, then $90 a month is a worthwhile investment.
Yep.
Especially if you've got a staff member creating the posts and you want to jump in and approve them before they go live.
Yep.
So Sked Social is number
Nice.
one. Sprout Social is number two.
Yep.
As I mentioned before, very powerful tool, extremely expensive, more in the several $100s per month, even if you've just got one business. And then the next one would be Later, which we spoke before.
Is it
formerly-
pronounced later? Or
Later? Yeah. It would be fun to come up with a name for a social media scheduling, so like
what would you call it?
Not Now or
Not now.
Can't Be
Oh my
Bothered.
God. Oh, that would be the one I would use. You know, that would appeal to people like me. Would you rather get a beer? I'll do that one.
Hold My Beer. Sorry.
I like that.
Hold my beer while I create a month's worth of posts. So Later is, I must admit, I don't find it anywhere near as user-friendly as the other two platforms, which possibly is why you're scarred. But it's there, it's reasonably user-friendly, it's very widely used. You can plan out your posts and actually see a preview of the grid as you can with the other two platforms.
Yep.
It's cheaper than Sked. I can't remember exactly how much, but it's cheaper.
Yep.
And
I think you can have like a free. I think the first one or two are free.
you're right, but maybe not anymore.
Gone are the days.
Gone are those days. Gone are all the days of anything.
That sounds like a
free.
2019 thing, Timbo. No.
It might be free to actually schedule a post, but pay to actually make it go live or something.
Right, yeah. Like you can schedule it, but then, to actually submit it,
We'll
There's a
check that
paywall.
out, and we'll check that out and come back to you.
Yep.
Yeah.
TBC.
But then Plan, number 4. So Plan is one that a lot of my clients opt for if they're not willing to invest a large amount into their social media scheduling, because it's very cheap. It's like under $20 per month.
Cool.
For one business.
Yep.
Don't find it particularly user-friendly,
Okay.
but for $20 a month, it's a solution.
Yep. It's good to have that as an option out there. Someone might want that.
Yeah, that's right. And Plan with double N, because probably Plan as a business name was taken, so it's Plan with NN on the end.
Yeah, that was available.
Yes.
2 N's, that's absurd.
I should say too, for anyone who watched my Canva video a few weeks back, Canva. So a lot of people who manage their own social media use Canva as a tool. Canva does have social media scheduling capabilities. I would not recommend Canva as a solution for batch creating your posts. It's got a few little quirks to it that makes life quite hard.
Yep.
So not Canva. Some people would recommend Meta Business Suite itself.
Yep.
I don't trust Meta.
Boom! Yikes! What do you mean?
I mean that Meta changes its platform so often,
Yeah.
and the social media scheduling part of Meta is free.
Uh-huh.
Those two things together make it, in my mind, quite risky.
Right.
I'd rather pay for a solution that has a separate dashboard that I know I can log in and see everything in the one place, rather than putting my business's content in the hands of Meta, to be perfectly honest.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's another tip.
Yep. There we go.
Because some people might comment and say, but what about Meta?
Yeah.
So Meta, for those who don't know, that's Instagram and Facebook, the company that owns Instagram and Facebook. They do have their own free scheduling software.
Yep.
I don't like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Or I don't trust it, is what I should say.
Yeah. Far out.
Yeah.
Get active in the comments if you've got something to say about that.
Yeah, I think there are
Meta.
a few marketers who might disagree with me, but I personally would rather pay for a solution.
Sure.
And I'd certainly tell my clients to do the same.
Yep. Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
Avoiding, and I'll definitely avoid Canva. Canva is a great tool for some things, but there's often times where it bothers me.
Yeah.
So if it comes to scheduling, and you've already said that it could be bothersome,
Yes.
then 100% that's off.
Yeah.
I like the Plan $20 option.
Yeah.
But again, if scheduling is something I don't like, it could be worth a bit more of an investment to just have the experience be more enjoyable.
Absolutely.
It could pay dividends in the future.
Yeah, Sked and Sprout, great experience, really worth the investment. For more people who are willing to invest straight away to make it as easy as possible, then just jump to one of those two.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good to know. Hack 2.
Yep. So hack 2 is hire a content creator.
What? And so, like, why would someone hire a content creator?
So by content creator, I mean for Exhibit A over here.
Do it.
So that's what I did. So my business has gone through a few different transitions, and with the most recent transition, I thought I'm going to need some help to create content because I'm going to be really busy, and I am. And a really good example is before you arrived this morning, I whipped out my phone, went to Dropbox, grabbed the pre-prepared reel that we created a few weeks ago that you sent to me to my phone so that I could download it and post it.
Yep.
And I posted it within 10 minutes.
Great.
So that's a massive, if I didn't have that content preloaded, thanks to my partnership with you, then I would have to choose a topic, create the reel, film the content.
Yeah. You wouldn't know how to do that.
I'm not a videographer and I'm not, I'd rather just stay in my lane.
For sure.
So film the content, make it high quality and engaging enough, and edit it.
Yeah.
And then actually post it. So that's a huge amount of work, and I would have been there for a few hours instead of 10 minutes.
How good. And that's sort of something we touched on last week with how to save time. And,
Exactly.
and there you go. It's sitting in the inbox, ready to go.
Yeah.
And even if, obviously I'd love the phone to ring for content creation, but also you can find someone in your own network or your own office that can be the content creator. If that's their job, it doesn't have to necessarily be outsourced to a professional. If that's what you want to do, fantastic. But if that person just has that title, then they can control creating that content and having that folder.
Yeah.
So it's all ready to present for them to schedule or whoever it is to schedule. So I'm so glad that you've got the value from me creating your content. It doesn't have to be outsourced to a pro.
Yeah, can I give a shout out?
Yeah.
I'm going to shout out to Isabel, who worked with me for a few years, who was the most wonderful content creator in my office.
Yeah.
So Isabel took that load off my shoulders for when she was here in Adelaide. She's in Sydney now. We miss you. Come back.
And that generation of Ambition Social, your content back then was elite. It was really cool.
Thank you. I personally think the quality of what we're producing now, that's the thing with working with a professional, it just goes to that next level, which is amazing. But as you were saying, if there may be someone in your office who's a unicorn like Isabel, who's got that knack and who can do it with a smartphone.
Yep.
Or that next level is working with a professional.
Yep. Yeah, cool. Yeah, there's choices out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't tell me there's another hack. Don't tell me.
There is another hack.
There's another hack?
There's
a
a third hack,
What
which
is
I'll
it?
share with you on the next tip. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'll share it with you today. So now I've pumped up your tyres. I'm going to pump up my own tyres.
Do it. What are you going to say?
And that is, so a function or a role that I play for a lot of my clients is helping them work out what to post. So another big time-saving issue with business owners is you're busy, you're mentally overloaded, and trying to work out what to post when you've got limited time can be really hard. So the idea of investing in a social media content plan. So a content plan is like a shopping list. I think we've spoken about this in a previous episode of the tips. But if you go to the supermarket without a list of what you need, it's very, very hard to just stand there in the aisles and try and work out what to buy and what to plan for dinner.
Yeah.
But if you come to the shop, or in this case, you come to schedule your social media and you've got a clear list of what you're posting, imagine how much easier and quicker that makes the whole process.
2 words come to mind: efficiency and targeted.
I love it. Amazing.
So that because I know if I'm browsing what to have for dinner, it's going to take me longer.
Yep.
And just get in there with your content strategy.
Yep.
And so someone can they, if someone's working with you with their content strategy, can they say, I want it to be mainly candid iPhone type stuff, or I want it to be mainly professional, or a blend? Like you're happy to work towards someone else's ideas?
Absolutely, yeah. So whatever your goals are, well, I always link it back to the business goals. So we work out what the business goals are first, and then work out what sort of content would be the most appropriate to meet those goals. But yeah, so with a lot of because I work with marketing coordinators as well as business owners, and we'll map out a month's worth of content in advance so that when they go to sit down, whether they're scheduling their content in advance or whether they're posting on the fly, they've got a list that they can refer back to, or a plan and a calendar that they can refer back to.
Yeah.
And they go, okay, today I've got to do a project profile. Makes it so much easier than today I've got to do a post.
Yes.
It's like, a post on what?
Yeah.
What content, where do I even start?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, if you can see that item, heavy lifting is done. Now just think back and find that thing or create that specific post.
Even easier when I know that I'm going to post some strategic tips, and the strategic tips is preloaded in my Dropbox for me.
Pretty good.
Really does that. And this is the thing, that planning in advance and partnering with someone who can help you just makes such a difference to the amount of time that it takes.
Yeah, good to hear.
Yeah.
That's what we like.
Yeah, it's true.
Awesome.
Become a bundle client.
Do it. Become a bundle client.
I think I'm 7 or 8 months in now.
Yeah. And we've had the privilege of working with you as our inaugural bundle client. A lot's changed over the time span. We've honed in on how to do it, and I think we're really ready to launch again with a much more clear idea of how it works. And I think it's become very streamlined. So thanks for working with us.
Oh, my pleasure. The pleasure is all mine.
Great. And they're in an exciting spot.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, just so organised and wonderful people.
Yeah, thank you. So if you do want to hear more about the bundles, reach out, get in touch. They're fine-tuned.
Absolutely.
Now.
Finely tuned bundles.
Yeah, that's what you want. Just in time for Christmas. Amazing. Well, there we go.
Fantastic.
Was there anything else you'd like to add?
No, I think that's enough for today. 3 time-saving hacks. Implement all 3 or even one of those 3, and you'll be amazed at what a difference it makes, and it will help you with your motivation too.
For sure. Yeah, all the best. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave a comment if you've got a question or something you want to say, and hit the like button. Thanks so much.